Hello, hello friends! My first video after SudokuCon. It's been more than a week since I've recorded anything because I scheduled videos to post while I was at the con and I recorded those like a while ago just to like have everything ready. So let's see if I remember how to do this. SudokuCon was great. I had an amazing time. I'm not going to get too much into it in this video, but on my stream later today when this is posted, I'm gonna do like a little recap of like talking to chat, answering questions, like a SudokuCon AMA type of thing. So if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer or that you're just like curious about or whatever, I started a thread in Discord for people to post questions in, and I'll also just take questions from chat while I'm streaming, and I'll upload it to YouTube later as like a little recap. Already, I was recording with the wrong preset, so hopefully the first part of this video, everything is fine. We'll find out later, I guess. But also, in other news, my birthday is coming up. It's on the 13th, and conveniently, the numbers 4, 1, and 3 are all in 4x4, 6x6, and 9x9 puzzles. If anybody wanted to set anything, despite my best efforts, I am not a setter. I've tried. I learned so much during SudokuCon, and I still don't feel like I make very good puzzles. So I don't want to join the birthday trading for setting puzzles on birthdays. But if anybody wanted to set a puzzle revolving around 4 and 13, or 13 and 4, or 4 and 1 and 3, I'll definitely make a video about it. Some people have sent them to me already, and I haven't looked at anything. And there's too many for me to do in one video, so I'm going to do like a little YouTube mini series of like 413 puzzles. Not 413 puzzles. Puzzles revolving around the numbers 413. Anyways, yeah, if you're interested, that would be cool, and I would be super appreciative. Today we have Pointed by Maya. I'm stumbling over my words so much. I don't even know how to talk to a camera anymore. Quattro Quadri. Place the digits 1 to 9, once each, into the 3x3 boxes. Maya makes some good Quattro Quadris. These are really fun. Dutch/Nabner lines. Any two cells along an orange and yellow line must differ by at least 4. Digits also cannot be consecutive with any other digits on the line and may not repeat. Okay, so the Dutch whisper part of it. Any two cells along an orange and yellow line must differ by at least 4. Perfect. And then the Nabner line is Rinband backwards, if you haven't seen this before. And so on a Rinband line, it has to be a string of consecutive numbers in any order. On Nabner lines, we don't want any of the numbers to be consecutive. So if we use a 3 on the line, it means we can't use a 4 or a 5 anywhere else on the line. We also can't use another 4 anywhere. We also have Kropke pairs. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Cells separated by a black dot must be at a 2-to-1 ratio. All right, so we have consecutive numbers here. We have consecutive numbers here and here. This is going to be a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning 1 and 2, 2 and 4, 3 and 6, 4 and 8, and same thing here. And we have quadruples. Digits in a quadruple circle must be placed at least once in the 4 cells touching that circle. Okay, so we have one of those here, 5, 8. We're going to have a 5 and 8 in here somewhere. Sounds good to me. As always, there's a link to the puzzle in the description if you'd like to solve as well as a link to a playlist featuring all of these Sudoku puzzles I've been learning, and a link to a Google form if you'd like to submit a puzzle. How do we want to get started? This 5, 8 is interesting. They're not consecutive, so I'd have to be careful with where they go. This is cool. Okay, so I can't put them both here, but one of them will have to go here on the white Kropke because they both can't go here because they don't have a difference of 4. Let me remind myself, this is a difference of 4, and also no digits can repeat or even be consecutive. Okay, any two cells along an orange and yellow line must differ by at least 4. Okay, so one of them will definitely go up here. This might be 9, 8, or 8, 7, or 5, 6, or 5, 4. Okay. With Dutch whispers, is there any number that can't? Oh, okay, so Dutch whispers, we have to remember, it's gonna mostly go high, low, but 5s are special because you can do 1, 5, 9. And so that would be special. Okay, we're going to think about that. I don't know if I can do more with that right now. One of those is going to go up here for sure. Okay. So the lowest this number could be as 4. The highest this number could be as 9, right? Okay. It's a length of 4. Lots of consecutive. This is, oh, you know what? I was gonna say this is too long for an Abner, but if I have 13579, it might have to go that way. I think the only numbers that'll work on this are 13579. If I use any even numbers, like if I put a 4 on here somewhere, then I can't use a 3 or a 5. The next closest numbers I could use would be 2 and 6. Like even, wow, yeah, if I'm not restricted by the length of the line, this is gonna have to be odd. That's nice. Okay, 5 can't go here though. Meaning 5 is gonna be one of these. 5 can't go next to 3 or 7. Okay, let's think about it. If this is a 5, this is a 1 or a 9, right? 13579. 13579. One of these is definitely a 5. If this is a 5, this has to be a 1 or a 9. If this is a 5, this has to be a 1 or a 9, and this has to be a 1 or a 9. But if this is 5 and this is 1 or 9, this could be a 3 or a 7 then. I believe this can all stay 1379, but the 5 definitely has to go here. There's no way this could be a 3 or a 7 because 5 would go here then. Yeah, that makes sense. And this could still be a 3 or a 7 if this one was the 5, right? Oh, actually, maybe I run out of digits if I do that. What if I do like 5, 9, 3, 7, 1? 5, 1, 9, 3, 7. I think this is fine. Okay. Consecutive with this. This is gonna be an even number. Oh, that's cool actually. A 2, 4, 6, or 8. All right. What does that mean for this? If this is a 2, then this is just high numbers. I need to consider consecutive. If this is a 2, this is going to be at least 4 away, so it's going to be a 6, 7, 8, 9. If this is a 4, this would have to be an 8, 9, but that won't work because those would be consecutive, wouldn't they? That's nice. If this is a 4, the only thing that can go next to a 4 on a Dutch whisper would be an 8 or a 9, but then that would make those consecutive, so that doesn't work. And I think the same thing's going to happen with 6. This would have to be 1 or 2, which are consecutive, and that's not going to work. If this is 8, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. That works. Okay. So if this is low, then this is low, but these are high. If this is high, then this is high, but these are low. Okay. What about this? I said if this is 2, this is 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot to pencil. Basically, this just won't be a 5. I have only certain options that work here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 is what can go on a black Kropke. If this is an 8, this is a 4, this is a 2. That seems fine. If this is a 6, it's because this is a 3 and this is a 2. That's fine because the cell isn't on the line. 4, 3, 2, and 1 would mean this is an 8. Everything seems fine with that. I feel like I have a lot of options here. Okay, what about this one? Let's do some shading. If this is pink for high or low, this is going to be orange because I know I can't use a 5 in here. So it's safe to say high, low here. If this is pink, this is also pink. These are going to be orange because they can't be 5, so it's safe to say that. And then these, if this is orange, this is either pink or 5. If this is pink, this is green. But if this is green and this one's orange, then this one's pink. Okay, so these are pink, green. With the Kropke, I could have like a 1, 2, where they would both be low, or I could have a 4, 8, where, actually I can't have 4, 8. Because if this is 4, this is 8. Oh, hold on. What about 3, 6 though? Oh, 3, 6 could happen. This could be 3, 6, because this could be an 8, 3. I was thinking maybe I would have to go orange, orange. But it definitely won't be 4, 8. I'm really just taking 8 out of here. This could still be a 4, too. Okay, I'll come back to that. There might be less options between here, but I'll come back to that. What else do I know? Let's keep looking around the grid. This needs to be consecutive. A 5 won't be involved, so these are going to be the same color, whether they're pink or orange. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I should have checked if there was other length of 5 lines. 4, 3, 4. Okay. With Quadra Quadri, I don't know how many highs and lows and 5s are in each row and column. I might have 1 5, I might have 0 5s. I might have 4 high numbers. I might have 1 high number. What else do I know? This is consecutive, this is consecutive. This shape is interesting. It happens twice. Is there something going on here? In this region, I need to use the numbers 1 through 9. These cannot be consecutive, and these cannot be consecutive. In this region, I need to use the numbers 1 through 9. These cannot be consecutive, and these cannot be consecutive. Maybe I want to look more at this. I think thinking about odds and evens is going to be really interesting for Nabner lines. Especially since between these 3 cells and then the 5 up here, I already have 4 out of 5 odd numbers. If 5 goes down here and this is 8, 9, or 8, 7, that's going to be the 5th odd number. Could this be like 2, 4, 6, 8? I mean, possibly. Not in that order, but like this could be like a 5, 6, and then 2, 8, 4 or something. I think that might work. Oh, well, I can think about it this way. This is 3 odd numbers. A consecutive dot has an odd number on it. That's 4 odd numbers. So in here, I can only have 1 more odd number. That's something to think about. What else do I know? Ooh, consecutive with an 8, a 7, 9. I can't do 8, 7 because I'm definitely using a 3 and a 7 here, right? Those are for sure. 3 and 7 definitely go here, for sure. So that's interesting for this 8. If I put an 8 up here, it's because there's a 9 next to it. What can I do with that? What can I do with that? It would be 8, 9, which means the 9 goes down here. And 9 is pink, so this would be a 7, this would be an 8. What does that mean? What can I do with that? 9, 8, high, low, high, low. The lowest this could be is a 4. That would mean it goes 5, 4, and then high, low, high. Can I do something with that? Well, what am I not seeing here? What could I do with this? It's a Dutch whisper, difference of 4. If I put a 5 on the line, do I need to think about that? If I put a 5 here, this would have to be 1 and 9, and this is broken. So 5 can't go here. If this is a 5, this would have to be a 1 or a 9, and then I wouldn't... Oh, that's so smart! If I put the 5 on the line, the number next to it has to be a 1 or a 9. We'll come back to this cell, but if 5 can't go here, because even if this is a 5 and I only have 1 odd number next to it, that's all 5 odd numbers, and I won't have an odd number for the consecutive dot. So I know that 5 has to go here or here for sure, meaning this is going to be some kind of 4, 5, or 5, 6. If this is a 5, then this is a 1 or a 9. That would be all the odd numbers. 8 is definitely going down here for sure, though. So this is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and an 8. It's not going to be a 3, but okay, good to think about. This is either low or 5 or high though, so I still don't know my low high pattern for this. Um that's good. That's really good. The 5 has to go up here. What else do I do with this? That means I'm not going to use a 5 here. Oh no. Um I do need a 5 in this region. Do I want to start thinking about that stuff? I do need a 5 in here. It's not going to go here. Maybe instead of... okay. I've thought about the Dutch Whisper part of it. Let's think about the Nabner part of it, right? Whatever digit I put here, if this is a 4, I can't use a 3 anywhere on this line. But that's fine because a 3 definitely goes here. I also would have used a 5, but that'd be fine because the 5 goes here. Oh, well, now I know the 8 is on the line, so I can't use a 9 anywhere here. Either this is 9, 8, or 9 is here. That might be helpful. What if 9 goes here? And this is 9, 8. Is that a problem? 9 going here would be 1 odd number, 4 odd numbers, and then 5. That might be okay. Oh! Hey, guess what? These are in the same row. If an 8 goes here, I can't put a 9 here because this would have to be an 8 also, and that's in the same row. Look at that logic. That, the whole rows and columns thing is just so new to me, you know? I've never considered that before. Okay. I need a 9 in this region somewhere, right? It can't go here. I know I need an 8 on the line, so a 9 can't go on the line either. I also can't put a 9 here because this would need to be a 8, and that won't work. So 9 has to go here. This is for sure a 3, 7, 9. It doesn't necessarily mean I don't think that 5 needs to go here. Actually, I know that if I have 2 orange and I have a 7 and a 9, that this is going to be a 3. Oh, that works out so well. Look at that. This is going to be a 7, 9. This is going to be a 7, 9. If this is a 9, this could go 5, 1. If this is a 7, this could go 1, 5. I think both of those are fine. If this is a 2, that's really good for this. That takes out a lot of options. This is either a 6 or an 8. So this is either a 3 or a 4, which go ahead and shade that as a low number. This is going to be a 6, 7, 8, 9. It cannot be a 7 because that would break this as far as Nabner goes. A 9 might be fine. I'm not against it. I could do like 9, 6, I think. Okay, what else does that mean? A 2, 3. This is a 7, 9. I need to put a 1 somewhere in here. This is also, one of these is going to be an 8. I don't know which one. I don't know if this is going to be a 4, 5, or 6. This could be 5, 1, 8, 2, something like that. I will come back to that, I think. I have a 1, 5 here. That's cool. This is a 3 or a 4. What do I have here now? This is consecutive. These are 5s, 8s. What do I do when I need 3, 7, and 9 to go in here somewhere? 7 and 9 need to go somewhere, and they can't go here. These can't be 7, 9. They can't go next to each other on this Nabner. Could 7 or 9 go here? 9 can't. But could 7 go here? This would be 7, 6. Then this would be 4 and 5. I'm running out of high numbers to use on this line, I think. I might be what-ifing too many steps ahead, but Okay. I also need to use a 5 in here somewhere. I'm not against doing like 159 or something. What else do I know? How is this gonna work? If I need a 5 in here somewhere. What if this is a 5 and this goes 159, or this is a 5 and this is a 1 or a 9? Not against it. If this is a 5, this has to be a 1 because I've used a 9. Can I do something with that? 5, 1. High number would be 8. Low number would probably be a 4 or a 2. Can I figure out what this needs to be? I don't think so. I don't think so. What else do I know? I'm still interested in this shape. I don't know what it means, but it happens twice. This might be limited. If this is 3, 6, this is going to need at least one high number and at least one low number. I could do 159. That's only one low and one high. Or I could do like low, high, low, or high, low, high. What's going up here? I need a 3 in here somewhere. It can't go here. It's also not going to go here. What are my digits that I need to use in here? Maybe some of them will be consecutive and I might get worried about it. 1 is safe to put on here because I can't use a 2. If I put a 3 on this line, 4 would have to go up here. That's a good way of thinking about it. Well, no, actually 4 would go here if a 3 is on this line. If a 4 was on this line, 3 would go here and 5 would have to go up here. Whatever I put on this line, the numbers consecutive with it have to go somewhere else. Okay. I haven't used a 7 yet. I think that's good to think about. I don't think it helps me yet. This could be like a 1, 3, 5. This could be a 2, 4, 6. Something like that might work. How do I think about this? I want to corner mark on one of these as an 8. If I think about where can 8 go in here? I'm not sure. I'm missing something. What else can I do with this? If this is a 4, I have an 8, I have a 7, 9. Those are all consecutive. What do I do with 6? 6 is safe to go on the line. Well, let's think about it this way. If this is a 4, the 3 is already placed and the 5 will go here. So nothing else I put on the line will be consecutive with the 4. If this is a 5, either the 4 or the 6 goes here. Where does the other 4 or 6 go? It can't go on the line, so it would have to go here. If this is a 6, the 5 would go here. The 7 goes here, so that's fine. If this is a 5, this is a 4 or 6. And 8 goes on the line and 7, 9 are already here. That's fine. What about a... Oh, here, let's think about this. I need a 1 and a 2 in here somewhere. The only spots left are on the line or here. They can't both go on the line, so this is going to have to be a 1 or a 2. Perfect. Meaning this is going to be a 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice. That's really good. Meaning all the other digits will go on here somewhere. Meaning... I think that's what I needed. Nice, nice. The whole 1, 2. So whatever 4, 5, or 6 doesn't go here will have to go on the line somewhere. So I need to be careful with that. I don't want a 5 to go here because a 4 or 6 goes here, but the other 4 or 6 would go on the line. Perfect. Perfect. This is either a 4 or a 6 then. If it's a 4, this does not have any options. because 8 and 9 are already placed. So this needs to be a 6, meaning this will be a 1 or a 2. This needs to be a high number, so I'm going to make this the 8, and then this is going to go back down and be the 4. Perfect. The 1, 2 is what I needed to think about. It doesn't matter which one goes there, but the other one will go right here. Okay, cool. Yay! What did that get me? 6 and 8. Well, now 6 and 8 can't go here. This can't be a 4. Nice. This is a 3. This is a 6, which means this can't be a 6. 7, 9, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is low. That's important. This could be 1 and this can't be 5, but this could be 5. So this needs to be green orange, but this is just orange. Okay, meaning this is a 6 or an 8. That's the only high number that can go on a black Kropke. Nice. So this is an 8. This is a 4. For sure, absolutely. If this is an 8, this can be a 1, 2, 3, 4. All of those are fine. I could still go 8, 1, 5. This is going to be a 5, 6, 7, 9, it looks like. Nice. 2, 3. What else can I do? Oh, this is a 7, 9 pair. This can't be 7, 9. Has to be a 5 or a 6. Nice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 is still fine. 5, 6. I'm getting close to something on here. 8, 4. I keep wanting to look at this and say, oh, I can figure out what this is. That's not how quattro quadris work. How many of Maya's quattro quadris have I done by now, and I still am not used to them? Let's think about what can go here. What if I did do 5, like 1, 5, 9 here? I couldn't do that. It could be 1, 5, 9 though. Well, I need 7 and 9 to go in here somewhere. Now's probably the time to look at that. I need 7 and 9 to go in this box. They can't go here, they can't go here, they can't go here. That was a weird inflection to end my sentence. They need to go here somewhere. They can't both go right here because that would be 2 high numbers next to each other. One of them could go in one of these places, but the other 7, 9 will have to go up here. 1, 2 can't go here. 7, 9, 4, 5, 6, 3. Let's think about... I need 4 and 5 to go in here somewhere. They can't go here. They can't go where I already have digits. They can't both go on the line. So one of them needs to go here. This has to be a 4, 5. Is that really all it's narrowed down to? Is that smart? A 4, 5 can't go here. They can't both go on the line. They can't both go here. So one of them goes on the line and one of them goes here. Okay, I'm cool with that. Can I do something similar with 1, 2? 1, 2 needs to go in here somewhere. Well, I already have a 2. So really, I'm just worried about a 1. Maybe I want to think about, of the digits left, are any of them consecutive, like a 4 or 5 that I'd be worried about? A 1 is safe because a 2 is not on this line. I also need to consider this digit over here. Like, where does this digit needs to go in this box somewhere? It can't go here or here. Okay, we'll come back to that thought. A 1 is safe. I have a 2, I have a 3. I need to put a 4 in here somewhere. A 4 will either go on the line or here. A 5 will either go on the line or here. I have a 6. 7. A 7 could go on the line as long as an 8 goes here, maybe. An 8 on the line would mean that a 7 goes here and a 9 goes here. That would work fine with that. A 9 on the line would mean this is an 8. I think everything else is fine. I was a little worried about the 7, but... Okay. Digits in here. I definitely have a 2 here, right? It's either a 1, 2, a 2, 1, or a 2, 3. I do need a 1 in here somewhere. It might be here. I'm not sure what to think about here. The consecutive dots with the I was called a ribbon with the Nabner are really interesting. An 8 cannot go here. It also can't go here. So an 8 has to go in one of these places. That's okay. I have 2 low and 2 high numbers. I need 2 more low, 2 more high, and a 5. That's okay. If this is a 159, this would be a 4 and a 7, right? If this has a 159 on it, this has to be another odd number. That's interesting. That's interesting with Dutch Nabner lines. So the trick with Dutch whispers is the whole 159 thing. But that means I can't use any even numbers on the line. So if this is 159, this would have to be a 7. That's fun. If this was 159 or 951 rather, this would have to be a 3 or a 7. What's going on here? This can't be 1 2. It could be 2 3. It can't be 3 4. It can't be 4 5. It can't be 5 6. It could be 6 7. It could be 7 8. Could be 8 9. I don't know if that helped. Shoot. What else do I know? Double checking my difference of 4s. There's no way this can be a 3. This doesn't work. So this is a 1 2. These 1 2s are the same. Where does this digit go in here? This digit needs to go here or here. Ooh, look, I need to use a 3 up here now. One of these is definitely a 3. And it's going to go next to the 7 or the 9. I can't put a 3 here. If I put a 3 here, the only numbers that can go next to it are 7, 8, 9. And I've used a 7, 9, and an 8 already, and I only have one more. So this is going to be the 3. Interesting. This is going to be the other 7, 9. This is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, it's only going to be a 3 or a 4. It could be a 5. It could be a 5 because this could be a 9. 3, 9, 5 is an option. I'm remembering that. Now, this actually can't be a 2 because I need to remember the Nabner part of it. I've already used a 3, so this can't be a 2. A 1 would be fine, or a 5. So a 5 would make this 9, 5, 1, which is not possible, actually. I don't want to do that. This is just going to be a 1. Very cool, very cool. Excellent. 2 means this has to be a 6. Oh boy, I do need to put the 5 somewhere. We're going to figure that out in a second, I think. This has to be, after a 6, it's going to be a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It sees a 5 because of this. An 8 would break this for the line. A 6 might be possible if this is a 9, I think. We'll come back to that. It means a 5 has to go here. So this is going to be a 1, and this is going to be a 5. Very nice. This is pink. Whoops, pink. What does that mean for this? If this is a 1, this could still be a 7 or a 9. Shoot. That didn't tell me. Okay, 3 means this could still be a 7 or a 9. 1, and then 6, 7, 9 all seems fine. What's going on here? This could still be 2, 3. I don't know if I could take anything out of this. I need to be careful with the 6, 7, 9. This could be 9, 6 or 9, 7 or 7, 9, but I'm definitely using a 9 here, so this can't go 9, 8. 7, 8. 7, 8 would mean this is 6 and 9. That might be fine. 2, 3 seems fine. This being 6, 7 would break this though. So let's take out the 6. This is either 2, 3 or 8, 7 or 7, 8. This is still a 7, 9. Okay, now, what about the rest of the digits in here? 2 can't go here or here, so 2 needs to go here somewhere. 2 definitely goes here, which, that's fine. 5 I have... Oh, what about 5 in here now? I liked my thought process of the 159 here. The sun is setting. It's getting really red in here. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I need a 2 in here somewhere. Could go here. I need a 3 in here somewhere. A 3 either goes here or here. I need a 4. I don't know anything about 4s yet. It can't go over here. If a 4 were to go here, that means I can't use a 5 anywhere on this line, or also another 4. So this would have to be a 4 or a 5, so that will work. So very specifically, a 4 can't go here. So that would be a 4. Okay. I have a 5. I need a 6 in here somewhere. If this was a 6, I can't use a 5 on the line. Or a 7, so this would have to be a 5, 7. Okay, 7. I might have options. What else do I know? What else do I know? I liked the thought process about having to put 4 and 5 out here. 1 is safe to put on the line in this box. Because 2 is here. I need to be careful with this digit, because the ones next to it are going to be very limited. Like a 1 would be nice because this has the option of being 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, technically. It won't be a 6. It won't be both 8 and 9. But if I were to make this a 4, this has to be 8, 9, and that's broken. So where can 4 actually go? It can't go here. It can't go where I already have digits. It might go here. If it doesn't go here, and this is a 4, this would be the other 8, 9. This can't be a 4. If this was a 4, this would be an 8, 9. Which might be fine. Oh. A 1 definitely goes on the line, actually. One of these is definitely a 1. If this is a 1, then this is a 5, 7, 8, 9. It sees an 8. If this is a 1, then this is a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It sees a 5 and a 6 and an 8. Could this go 1, 5, 9? I think it could. I don't think there's any way this could be a 7. I only have a 1 as an option. 2 and 3 are already used. This is just a 1, 5, 9. I want to do that again. I like this spot is really restricted. I know I need a 1 here or here. In this region, that's the only way it's going to work because I can't put a 1 up here. So if this were to be a 1, that is fine. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to choose from next to it. I can't use a 6 and I can't do both 8 and 9, but I have options. So this could be a 1. If this was a 1, this would be a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It sees a 6 and an 8. If it was a 5, that would mean it goes 1, 5, 9, which seems fine. If this was a 7, the only things that can go next to a 7 on a Dutch Whisper are 1, 2, 3. And I've already used 2 and 3, so these would have to both be 1, so that doesn't work. If this was a 9, I have options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can go next to it. So it'd be a 1, 4, 5. But definitely a 1. Now, with the 4, 5, the 4 specifically, if the 4 goes here, this has to be a 1, and that doesn't work. Okay, a 4 can't go here, it can't go where I already have digits. I can't put a 4 here now because this would have to be a 1. This is really limited. I can't put the 4 here because of the 1 corner mark. If this was a 4, this would have to be 1, and that would be broken. So 4 definitely goes here or here. If this was a 4, this would have to be a 9, and this would be a 1. 4, 9, 1. This becomes a 5. This becomes a 7. That's all fine, but a 4 definitely goes here or here. A 5. 5, 1. Okay, where do I go from here? What did I learn from this being a 1, 5, or 9? Nine means 1 and 4 or 5. I'm definitely using a 1, which means I can't use a 2, which is fine. 3, a 4 or a 5. The other 4 or 5 goes on the line. A 6. If I put a 7 on the line, that's fine. Do I know anything up here? 3, 7 or 9 next to 3 is fine. Let's pencil this more. If this was a 1, this would be a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It sees a 5 and a 6 and an 8. So this is really a 7, 9 if this is a 1. If this is a 5, this could be a 1 or a 9. And this would be a 1 or a 9, which would make this an 8. And this would have to be a 7. Seems fine. If this was a 9, this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It sees a 5 and a 2 and a 3, though. 9, 4. Oh, no, sorry. If this is a 5, this is a 1. If this is a 9, this is a 1. If this is a 1, this is a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but it sees a 5 and a 6 and an 8. So it'd be a 7 or a 9. If this is a 5, this is a 1. If this is a 9, this is a 1. That's what corner marks mean, Kathy. So now that's some high digits. I still don't know where I can put the 4. It has to go here or here. If this is a 4, it's because this is 9, 1. This can't be a 4. This could be a 4. If this is a 4, I need a 5 in here. Is there any way this could be a 5? This would have to be a 9 because it can't be a 1. So it'd be 9, 5, 1, 7. If 8 doesn't go here, I don't think this told me anything new. I'm definitely using a 1. So 2 can't go here either. It already couldn't. I'm missing something. I really don't know anything about these two cells. This sees a 1, a 2, a 3. It doesn't see a 4. It sees a 5. It sees a 6. This is a 479, just because of Sudoku. This sees a 1, a 2, it could be a 3, could be a 4, it sees a 5, it sees a 6, it doesn't see a 7, it doesn't see an 8, it doesn't see a 9. That's a lot of options. But this digit, it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This needs to be a 7, 8, 9. Which is a high digit. Let's think about that way. I can only have one more high digit in here. And it won't be this. One of these, one and only one of these need to be a high digit. So if this is a 1, this needs to be a 5. If this is a 1, I can think about that better. If this is a 1 and this is a 5, this would be a 9, and that's fine. This would be a 4, this would be an 8, this would be a 7. If this is a 7 or a 9, I don't think this could be a 7 because this would be a 1. Oh, but what if this is 5? 7, 1, 5. I think what it comes down to is I definitely need to use a 5 for, no, I don't need to use a 5. I could go 9, or I could go 1, 9, 4. It's not that I need to use a 5, it's that only one of these can be a high number. So if I were to make this a 7, no, 715 works. Shoot. There's something. I'm right there. I can't figure it out though. I need 2 more low digits. One of them's going to be the 1, and the other one's going to be the 4 that goes here or here. It's got to be some combination of this that doesn't work, and I'm not seeing it. Oh, if we look at 6 here, I need a 6 in this region. It can't go here and it can't go here because of Sudoku. It's also not this digit or this digit, so it has to go here or here. If I were to put a 6 on this line, that means I can't use a 5 or a 7. So 4 away from 6 would make this a 1 or a 2. I can't do a 2, so it'd have to be a 1, meaning this would have to be a high number. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I can't use a 5 because I've used a 6 on the line. It also can't be a 6. It would have to be, oh shoot, I think that might work. I thought, oh wait, this can't be a 1. If this is a 6, this can't be a 1 or a 2. Ooh, if I look at the column, then yeah. So this can't be a 6. So this is the only place 6 can go in this region. Which means this can't be a 7. It has to be a 9. So this has to be a 7. What now? If this is a 6, then 6 won't go anywhere here, and 6 won't go here. Okay. 7 can't go here. This sees a 1. It could be a 2. It can't be a 3. It could be a 4. It can't be a 5. It can't be a 6. It can't be a 7. It could be an 8. It could be a 9. 9 would mean that 9 can't go here. This could be like 7, 1, 5, 9. A 2 would mean this is a high digit. It would have to go 9, 5, 1. I can only use one more high digit in here. A 4, 9, 5, 1. An 8, 4, 5, 1, or 9, 1. If this was a 4, this would be a 5, so this would be like 9, 1. Okay, all these are options. I got this 6. Where does 7 go in here? It can't go here, it can't go here. I still have options for 7. These I still have options for. I need something to tell me which one's which. I'm gonna have a 7 or a 9 in here. Oh, this can't be a 2. Okay, so Maya just happened to message me while I was solving this, and I'm really stuck right now. So I said, would you mind giving me a hint or maybe tell me if I did something wrong? Because I'm pretty stuck right now. And she said, what happens to row 6, column 4 in each case for row 6, column 2? Okay, so what happens here in each of these cases? And I was so close because the most recent thing I did was I got this just based on Sudoku, what options I have. And I was looking from here to here to see what happens, and I didn't notice anything. But if I look at this and see what happens here, okay, let's see what that does. So if this is a 1, it's because this is a 7 or a 9. Because this can't be a 5. So if this was a 1, this would have to be a 5 because I'm out of high numbers then. So this would be 1, 5, this would have to be a 9. If this is a 5, this is a 1 or 9. Nope, it can't be a 1. If this is a 5, this is a 9, and this is a 4. Okay, so right now I have 1, 5, 9, or 5, 9, 4. If this is 9, this would be a 4 or a 5. If this is 5, this has no option. If this is a 4, this is an 8. Well, shoot. I feel like I still have all these options. She said, it's a tricky bit with a smiley face. Yes, it is. Oh, because of the Nabner. Wait, wait. I need to remember the Nabner. Okay, hold on. Less options. Less options. Okay. If this is a 1, it's because this is a high number, so this needs to be a 5. 1, 5, 9. That's totally fine. This would be a 7. 7, 1, 5, 9. And those are all okay for Dutch and Nabner. 9, 1, or 7, 1, 5, 9. That's totally fine. Okay, if this is a 5, this would be a 1, so it'd be 1, 5, 9. And this would be a 4, which would be broken. Okay, because I can't have 4 and 5. Ah! If this is a 9, this is a 1, so it'd be 1, 9. This would be a 2, 3, 4. It sees a 2 and a 3. But if it's a 4, this can't be an 8 because this would be a 9. The only thing this can be is a 9. Look at that. This is a 1 or a 5. I don't want it to be a 5 because this can't be a 1 or a 9 now, so this is a 1. You need to get from 1 to 9. This is a 5. This is a 4. Man! I forgot what the Nabner. This is no longer a 1. It's a 7 or a 9, but I've already used a 9 on the line, so this is a 7. So 8, 9, 8, 9. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 7, 9, 7, 9. Hey, look, I can't use any more 9s in those columns. If this is a 7, this won't be a 7. If this is a 9, this is not a 9. It also can't be a 4, so this is a 7, meaning this is also not a 7, so these are not 8s. It is for sure going to go 2, 3. Meaning I need an 8 in here somewhere, and it can't go here, so this is an 8, so this is a 9, so this is a 7, so this is a 9, so this is an 8, and this is going to be a 4. Oh my gosh. I was so close. 8. So close without a hint, I guess. 9s need to be orange, 1s need to be pink, 4s need to be pink, 5s need to be green, this needs to be pink. So close, like this puzzle. Man, Maya makes some good quadris. I can't believe I had, like, I was right. I was so close to the end, and I I was looking how this cell affected this cell, but I didn't think to look all the way across. And then when I did, I completely forgot about the Nabner part of it. The consecutive part. I was just looking for repeats. Oh my gosh. Very nice puzzle. I really liked figuring out that this needed to be all odd numbers was a good that felt really nice when I figured that out. And then the 5 and 8s and how that would affect the rest of the line. Oh, it was the 1-2s here. Realizing that I still needed 1-2 somewhere. There was no way it could go here, and that only one of them could go on the line. That was really helpful and really nice too. All in all, great deductions here. I'm a little annoyed with myself. I didn't figure that out without a hint, but it happens. It was my first solve on camera in over a week. So very nice puzzle, Maya. Let me know how you all did in the comments.